Going on, fellas? It's me again. And today we're going to be reacting to 4 life lessons men learn too late. And this is about my guy StephIsCold. Haven't watched him in a while either, you know. But we get back on our red pill shit, you know what I'm saying? Get back on that. That we need to do. It's what the world needs. But anyway, let's get into it.
Goofy self. Okay, I'm gonna listen to her. Things mess up. Right? Sometimes we don't learn from other people's mistakes. Life lessons men learn too late. And before I dive into it, make sure you guys follow me on Instagram at StephIsCold. The very first life lesson I have to say and admit that men learn too late is having the wrong friends around you, right? Having the wrong group of people around you. And the reason why this is a life lesson, because this can be a detriment to your life, or this can be some sort of success, right? And what happens is, right, you learn this too late because you only learn when we could see another person. Hey, bro, I'm telling you, bro, if I'm you, man, I be solo dolo. If I'm you, man, I just rock with a couple guys, right? I rock with a certain group of dudes on who I really mess with, right? And you, I ain't trying to hear that, right? Because you're not trying to hear that,
you know what I'm saying?
Until things happen and things pop off, and then you have to go through what bro was trying to warn you, what your uncle was trying to tell you about, or what your homeboy was trying to tell you about, right? Being around the wrong people, fellas, is a very draining energy, right? You could be working this job, right? You can be on your purpose. You can have your mindset set on what you want, right? And what happens is there's going to be this both energy.
And that's the thing. A lot of dudes need to stay around from around like different guys that just not helping them on their way to be the best version of themselves. You know, because it's not going to help you at all. So
Energies, right? Fighting against each other. So every time you coming around, you improving, you trying to do this, you trying to do that, right? But what they're trying to do is they're not trying to do that. They're telling you, hey man, it's all right, man, take a day off, man. Hey man, it's all right, man. Go ahead and eat the pizza, man. It's all good. Go ahead and have the burgers, bro. It's all good, bro. Right? And then what happens is you pick up their habits and you get comfortable right along with them. Right, man, you working too much, bro. And man, why you want that new car? Like, why you doing that, man? Like, why you want that bad chick? Right? They start to shame you because you working too much. You do, you know what I'm saying? You doing too much, bro. You doing way too much. So what happens is y'all start to bump heads and y'all start to grow away from one another, right? But this also comes with having great self-esteem and knowing how to deal with peer pressure, right? That's a life lesson that you're going to learn that's too late.
Exactly.
Oftentimes we learn it too late. Like, dang, I'm listening to what he telling me to do, and he ain't even doing what I'm doing. He judging me for doing something that he said that I need to be doing. He not even doing half of what I'm doing. I need to be around people that's encouraging. I need to be around people that's going to take me to the next level, people that want to see me win. Right? This is a life lesson that is too late because this happens in the workplace. This happens in the family. This happens in relationships. This happens with your friends. This happens at parties. This happens all basketball teams, sports teams. This happens. When somebody doesn't really like you like that, yet you still try to, make yourself feel like, oh, I need to be wanted by these people. You still care about what they think. That's why the friendship is there. That's why it's a detriment to your friendship. And that's why you will fail. That's why you will fail. I'm telling you, G, you're not going to succeed being around these people. These people are naturally gaslighted by what you do. And they think you're in competition with them, but deep down, they're in competition with you.
Man, you want to talk about that, bro?
You finna do what now? Instead of, you finna do what now, man? Dang, that's what's up. See, it's all about voice and tonality. Just like your girlfriend, right? It's all right, babe. You can stay home. It's okay, babe. Go ahead and eat the cheeseburger, babe. I tell y'all this all the time. That energy starts to pick up. Just like iron sharpens iron. You around somebody that's cold, pretty soon, bro, you're going to be cold too. It's just a natural habit that you're going to pick up on. It's either you going to right? Imbued with it, or you're gonna be like, this ain't for me. I gotta move around. And that's what I did. Sometimes you just gotta move around. And oftentimes we wait until it's too late to move around. The second life lesson that we learn too late, man, of course, is taking care of our skincare. Look at me, man. Look at how my skin is just radiating
T
so
Chandler, you
good.
coming?
You know what I'm saying? That's why today's video, my G's, is sponsored by T Handley. And come on,
Man,
guys.
get
You
your
see
money,
my
my nigga.
skincare,
Get your
right?
money, get your
This
money, get
is
your money. But I gotta
T
see if
Handley.
it.
And the reason why my
Get your
skincare
money,
is
King.
so glowy and looks so good is assy.
Get your money.
And then, you're going to be one of those guys out there, right, that be like, man, I can just be rough. You working your job Monday through Friday, you probably get paid next week, and you had that routine when you were single. I'm going to get crispy every 2 weeks, or you was getting crispy every week. You had a great relationship with your barber, you know what I'm saying? Y'all locked in, you know what I'm saying? You like how he do your hair. He ain't doing no goofy fugazi stuff. You know what I'm saying? You go get crispy every 2 weeks because we already know what the crispiness going to do for the looks, but we often been told too late, don't worry about my looks. I'm going to put my looks off to the side. That's a life lesson you're going to learn too late, because your girl or your wife, right, or the girl that you want, right, is going to naturally tell you to not look good. It's going to naturally tell you and throw you off your game, and you're going to get fat. I'm going to be rough. So then when y'all go out on that date, here come this dude. He crispy as hell. He looking good, smelling good. Guess what? He has an opportunity to get all the attention in the room and the possibility of taking your woman. Right? All because that, you've been told that, looks is not that important. I don't have to really focus on my look. I don't really have to have
That's a damn lie.
a proper skincare routine. I don't really have to get.
But one thing I will say about that is that looks ain't everything though. That like they're a big part of what makes you attractive as a man, but it's not everything. It's looks, it's how you make her feel, it's how much money you got, you know what I'm saying, how tall you are, type shit like that. What kind of shape your body in. So it's more than just looks, like how you look on facial value and stuff like that. Are you a real provider? You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that.
Crispy every 2 weeks. But I'm just telling you, my G, you do. You have to. You have to. You have to get crispy, bro. You have to look good, bro. You have to smell good, bro. You just have to, because like, let's just be honest, bro. You gonna feel good about yourself anyway. You gonna feel 100 times better about yourself when you just get out the chair crispy. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like your physique is on point. Like, you gonna feel good about yourself. But when you don't look good, how you gonna feel good about yourself if you don't look good? If you don't look good, how you gonna feel good? I'm gonna be rough. I'm just gonna be rough, bro. I don't care about getting a haircut, bro. I'm just gonna be rough for 2 weeks. I'm gonna just be rough face. Now I'm not saying you gotta do what you gotta do. If you ain't got the chicken up, you ain't got your chicken bag up enough to get crispy, then you need to do something so you can make yourself look good and presentable, my G. But it's gonna make you feel better and perform better. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I'm telling you 1000%. So number one, you got to understand the wrong people, the wrong friend group can be a detriment to your life. You learn that too late. Number two, you got to understand looks are very important. You got to work on your looks, G. You cannot neglect this. You can't neglect your looks. Number three, we got to make sure we reading. We got to make sure we listening to some sort of audio book. We got to make sure we educating ourselves. We got to make sure we listening to the right people, the right source of information, the things that we want to digest and learn and apply, store for future use and apply. Reading is very important. Right? Now, I'm not going to sit up here and say I listen to audiobooks when I'm working out, because I don't listen to audiobooks. 70% of the time when I'm working out, I'm listening to my playlist, which is in the description. But for that 30% of the time, when I'm in the car, when I'm walking around my house, when I'm walking around my neighborhood, I'm listening to Audible and I'm listening to my audiobooks. That's just what I'm doing. And I really encourage you guys to do this too, because what they say, if you put it in a book, that's when they're not going to be able to learn it. A lot of guys don't read. A lot of men feel like, oh, I graduated high school, I ain't got to read. But all the information, all the secrets, all the secret goosey, nasty stuff is all in the books. We just don't know that because we're ignorant to the fact that books can take us to the next level. I ain't just talking about the regular schmegulars, the entry level books. You know, your 48 Laws of Power, right? Your 10X rule, right? I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about the laws of human nature. I'm not talking about the 4 love languages. I'm talking about books that's going to really sharpen your mental. That's going to make your skill sets even better. Books on marketing, books on how to build a business, books on how to build a better mindset, books on how to become more disciplined. You know what I'm saying? Books on how to make more money, books on how to hustle harder. Like, that's what you want to feed your info. That's what you want to feed your mind with. That's what you're going to feed your mind with when you're walking around.
I feel like we all should read more though, because no matter what, just read something. All right, you know what I'm saying? Read the Bible. That's a book. You know what I'm saying? Read something. All right. Make sure that you're always reading something. At least, 48 Laws of Power. You can read that. You can read any book. Just read.
Walking around your crib, you at
Especially us black men, we need to read.
your job, you can have headphones on at the workplace. You putting on a podcast, put on an audio book. The Science of Getting Rich, put it on audio book. Have that on repeat. I'm telling you, bro. A lot of us learn that too late, bro. I don't want that to be y'all, G. I don't want that to be y'all, because it is a detriment to your life. It really is. All right. And the last thing, man, of course, that men learn too late is picking the wrong woman and picking the right woman. This right here is life or
You know what's crazy? My cousin, he told me that if you get married, marry a wife, don't marry a girlfriend. Because he feel like he married his girlfriend and they not really, you know. So, yeah. I mean, they've been together for a while, but I mean, he's still not really happy in that relationship and whatnot. And that's what he told me. Make sure you marry your wife and don't marry your girlfriend.
for death. This right here is life or death. I don't care what nobody says. Listen to me when I'm talking to you, bro. Let me tell you something, G. Okay.
And if you don't know what that means, it's just like pretty much just make sure she's doing wifey things before you make her your wife, essentially.
Okay. You going hard, bro, because she is so bad. She's so bad, right? But is she good for you? How's her character? Is she really good for your mental? Because what I say in the beginning, the energies, right? The energies, right? So if y'all ain't on the same frequency and on the same energy, bro, she gonna throw you off. She gonna throw you off. You know how guys be like, man, I was getting all that money in the beginning and I just don't know what happened, because you allowed her to control you. You allowed her to throw you off your A game. See, you can't allow that. What you have to do is you have to dismiss this woman that's in your life that's doing this goofy stuff. Dismiss her and get another one that's willing to cooperate with what you have to offer. That is going to make your life 100 times better. A lot of us want a rotation. Man, I want 2 girls. Man, I want 3 girls. I want 4 girls. Hell, you can't even deal with one. You putting up with the goofy with one.
Exactly.
You can't do that. It's messing with your mental. You can't think straight at your workplace, right? Y'all working on something. Baby girl, I gotta work these 12-hour shifts. I gotta get this money. I gotta get it. This next 2-3 months coming up, I gotta get it. You work too much. You doing too much. Why you gotta always be working? What you doing? See, we can't have that. That's added stress. You making it easy.
But yeah, hey, he telling the truth with all of that shit. Real talk. But that's about enough for me. See you guys in the next one. Peace.